Oh, we're recording. Okay. So today I just have on my dad's shirt. It's evil, because I don't know what. I have a headband and this messed up bun that I did a little days ago. I actually did this Saturday. I'm recording this on Monday. Happy Columbus Day. Even though I don't believe that, but still happy Columbus Day to you guys. I'm not going to get in that. But I'm going to be doing kind of a rant/talk video, sort of. I decided that I'm going to be doing more talk videos, more like conspiracy videos, a lot of things like that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing videos like that. So today I'm going to be doing a video on a post I seen on Facebook that I disapprove of very, very much, and I'm going to give my reasons and facts. You know, it's a fact. It's not an opinion. I'm having facts backing up a fact. Okay? So, go to pull up the post and I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm really disgusted by the post. And this is what the post looks like. You have to read it backwards because how my camera is. But yeah. It says African people were not born Christians. They were made slaves of Christians. So that's what I'm ranting about. I'm ranting about this post, which I'm going to read it again. It says African people were not born Christians. They were made slaves of Christians. Okay, let me educate you guys. Okay, we're talking about Christianity, okay? I'm a Christian as well. Okay. Ooh, this is disgusting. I was like, what in the world? This doesn't make sense. Of course, some people believe this, all that extraterrestrial mess. No, I'm not getting into that. All those, ugh. Okay. Let me educate you guys. Okay, let me educate you guys who believe that it's true that Africans were not born Christians, or they weren't Christians. They were taught by their slave leaders to be Christians. I'm going to educate you guys, okay? No matter what I have to do, I'm going to educate you guys. So let's get into this education, demo, tutorial, whatever you want to call it, okay? Because y'all need to be educated for you guys who believe that. Because you're very dumb and stupid and dumbfounded people. So, yeah. Okay, time for some education for you stupid people. Okay, look. See that map up there? Back in the Bible days, all of this was Africa. Okay, all this is Africa. Okay? Which means the people that are from there are African. If you're like, oh, that was then, now we have modern day Africa. Well, Egypt is in Africa still to this day. So, you can't say that. Also in Egypt, there were like pharaohs and stuff. It was a polytheistic religion, Egyptian. So, and the people there were slaves. So, yeah. Let that sink in. The people there. I know glasses make me feel like I'm not as smart as when I take them off. I feel smarter. But yeah, this is weird. But yeah. So if the people, let me get how. So if the people, can you please leave so I can do my video? Okay. So the people, yikes. So if this is true, that means that Egyptians, some of them were Christians and Egyptians are Africans. Africa is not a country, it's a continent first of all. And back then, continents of modern day Europe, Asia, Africa, all that was Africa back then. Now it's split up to Africa, Europe, Asia, but Egypt is in Africa, which means that the Egyptians who were Christians. Like, they were slaved by Egyptian people. So, people who believed in false gods and all them other gods and stuff. So, yeah, for you to say African people were not born Christians, they were made slaves of Christians. Now, some of them were not born Christian, but then you're going to say they were made slaves of Christians when they were made slaves of people of different religions. Also, Christianity was when wasn't Christianity came with Jesus? So back then the area was still Africa. So now after we were back then, yeah, it was a time where Africans were made slaves of Christians and they were taught that, but it did not start this way. What I wrote on Facebook to read what I said, which is basically some of what I just said. I said, not fully true. Let me educate some of you. In the Bible days, all what was there was Africa. Egypt is also in Africa. And they were Christian in Egypt. They were Christians in Egypt who were slaves to a polytheistic religion, not Christianity. Yes, during a different time they were slaves of Christians, but it didn't start there. Yeah, but African people, it wasn't just white people in the world, like, it was black people, if that's what you're talking about. There were black Africans, they were Christians before. Yeah, a different time frame, but talk about Christians. Christianity started before then, so you sound dumb. And I'm gonna read some of the comments on this photo. Cause some of them are mind blowing, some of them I agree with. I'm just gonna read them. And so I put not true. I definitely agree with you. I'm gonna like that. That is not true. And then one reference like, oh, it's true. I'm like, no, it is not. Not true. And I'm gonna read this comment. At the time of age when slavery was upon our people, when you conquer a civilization, you also take on their religion. The real question is, why are there two churches? Look it up. White supremacy is real, and they have been around altering chain of events trying to wipe out all of history and culture. Yes, the Africans. Oh, sorry. Yes, they were enslaved by white Europeans. Since at the time, I'm gonna break down the comment. Since at the time of age, when slavery was upon our people, when you conquer a religion upon your people. Yeah, they are your people, but did you know that slavery started in Africa? People in the Bible days were enslaving their own people, just like in Africa they enslaved their own people. Then the Europeans came in, then they made something called a slave trade. Yes, I did that. I'm not saying it's not real, just saying, quotation, it's what they call it, slave trade. And they got the people from the leaders. And then they started, doing the slave trade back and forth. And then they were being mistreated by European people, but it started off with their own people. So, conquer. They also had to conquer their own people. But if their own people did that to them. So, yeah. Don't believe it. Everyone has their own choice in who they want to believe. Africans were Christians way before slavery. Exactly. That's exactly what I meant and said. Africans were Christians way before slavery. Think about the Bible days. Like, yeah, there were slaves then, but not all Africans were slaves. So, black people weren't just created when slavery came. They were always there. It's not some evolution mess. Like, just... And it says, we weren't Muslim neither. We worship spirits. Okay. Okay. Not all of us worship spirits. In the Bible days, a lot of us were Christians. So you're just adding on to this, whatever. Since we weren't Muslim neither, we worship spirits. Y'all, of course, y'all became Muslim, all the other stuff. All of it took place in the Bible days, so. Facebook historian, stupidity is real. Exactly. Not all Christians. And this one says, black people think they are Hebrew. Bet you can't go back to claim your holy land over ours. Take a DNA ancestry test, then get back to me. What? Okay, first of all, Hebrew is not a race. It's a nationality. And some Jewish people are black. And Jewish people themselves are mixed up. They're not fully one race anyway. So that's why some of them have curly hair, because that is a like. Oh no, don't. Okay, we as Africans were not taught any religion. The popes were the only man under God at that time period. At least that's what the people were taught. What? I don't really know about that too much. But we as I'm just going to read this part again. We as Africans were not taught any religion. Exactly. Probably during like slavery, probably, but during the Bible days, no. Like, no. And the idiots still believe in this. Exactly. It's all put just a historical truth? No. It's all put facts. Facts, really? This is not facts. This is stupidity. It's all put Christianity is another. Oh! Oh, you're an atheist. Okay, I'm not going to even finish reading that. Let's get off here. You're stupid. So it says, I see a lot of uneducated young people in these comments. So sad. Exactly. And the person, my friend, stop looking at it. Exactly. My friend who posted is also a sad, uneducated person. And yeah. So let's go. Previous comments. And people reacted bad to this. Africans were born true Muslims. Bruh, let me tell you something. Muslim, it was not the first religion or faith or whatever you want to call it that was out. Like, come on now, don't be stupid. You're being very stupid here. You're talking about, oh, we were born true Muslims. Black people were on the planet before the Muslim religion even came out. So, you're stupid, you're dumb. Take your brain somewhere else because you're dumb. Talking about, can't even look at this comment. It's so dumb. It says Africans was born true Muslim. Pick yourself up a Bible. Time is just repeating itself. I can't do it. Excuse me, I can't. No. Those are Israelites. They ate Africans. Stop. Africans were never sold Africans. Africans did sell Africans, okay? Just like people in the Bible sold other people of their same, nationality, ethnicity, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. So I'm going to say with Muslims. How dumb are you? How dumb are you? What it does be for Christians nonsense. We are the real kings. What? Africans were the first Christians. We have the oldest churches, rock stone churches. Hey. We don't know if Adam and Eve were black or not. But back then it was Hebrew, Jewish religion. Christianity came out with Jesus Christ, his born, Christians were the ones who believed many Christians were killed and stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure people in the Bible days were also black during this time. So, and everyone there was African, especially Egypt. That's part of Africa now. Today, a lot of places are still part of Africa. Some places part of Asia and Europe now, but still they were African. There were black people there. So for you to say that is really stupid. I'm just keep repeating the same thing over and over again, just to get that in your mind. I'm gonna look up a lot more, so I have a lot more facts today to do that. But basically, it did not start off that way. People were talking about, oh, we were true Muslims and stuff. Like, no. Christianity wasn't that before Muslim, or was it before or after? But still, the religion was not taught to black people back in the Bible days, or when Christianity, came. So, for you to say that is really dumb. But I want to see you guys comment. So comment what you think on it. Yeah, I would disagree. I may disagree on what you comment, but I'm not gonna argue. Like, not argue, but I will educate you even more. But yeah, I just don't get why people make posts like that, how stupid they are, how they need to educate this. So me, I'm gonna think back on the time. Let's see. Did I ever think that? Did I ever think that? No, I always had a problem with people saying that. Of course, I wasn't sure about it until I thought. I was like, well, there were black people, African people. Of course, there were black people in the Bible days, but there were African people back in the Bible days. They were not slave. Not all of them were slaves to religion. They got Christianity on their own. It wasn't taught to them. Well, of course, it was taught, not by no slave master. So, yeah. I 100% disagree at all. Okay? That is all. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, for more rant videos, I know this one was kind of repeating the same thing over and over again and reading some comments. But before we go, let's read one more comment. Let's see. Says those, okay, Africans didn't go into slavery, Israelites did. Israelites were called Christians way before they came here to America. Yeah, Africans did go to slavery, but Israelites did go into slavery. They were led by Moses, but not. We're talking about this time frame. We're talking about before all this stuff. The Bible days, because the Bible days is where everything started from. The beginning of time God created heavens and the earth. That's where it all started at. We gotta look at the people there before we be like, oh, it was taught to us. Black people did too, so they were African. So we have to look at that too as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, leave your opinions, because they're not facts, in the comments below, and I love you. I'm just kidding. If it's what you may have some other facts to back up the fact, not opinion. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And if you guys want me to do another rant video later today or tomorrow, just let me know. Peace.